How's it going, everybody? What's up? It's me, Brian, with the Haunt Crew, and tonight we have a very special guest, Matt Kornegay. He's done a lot of good haunted stuff for the haunt community and everything. But first of all, I'm joined by my co-host James. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Brian? How's it going,
Good
Matt?
deal. How are you?
Hey, Matt, how's it
I'm
going?
good.
This is Matt Kornegay. Everybody is our special guest. How you been doing tonight, sir?
Well, I cannot complain. Just got back from the Fear Expo up in Owensboro, Kentucky this weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what I was going to mention that last night on our show. We did like a little test thing on the show. Fair Expo was at Owensboro, Kentucky, for those who did not know. So Matt, how did it turn out? Was it a disappointment, or did it turn out to be what you thought it was going to be?
For a first year show, I thought it went really well. Of course, a lot of your bigger name vendors and stuff was not there, unfortunately, but it really gave an opportunity for a lot of your newer vendors that's coming out and trying to make a splash on the market. It really gave them an opportunity to showcase some of the stuff they're working on without being overpowered by the big people.
Awesome, awesome. So you got your own haunt going in West Blockton, Alabama, I believe. You've done several that's been very successful throughout the past couple of years. Can you let the people that's listening out there tell them about you, how you got into the haunt industry, and go from there?
Yeah, so back in 2001, we actually had a travel softball team that was looking for an opportunity for fundraising. And we decided, there wasn't a lot of haunts back then, in the area. A lot of the ones in Tuscaloosa had closed, and we thought, well, here's an opportunity. We might can make a splash with it, and everything went really well. We had that building on Main Street in West Blockton, had a tremendous following with it, and then we sold the building. Moved to Florida for a couple of years, and then come back and got started again.
Awesome. Yes. I remember when you had Haunted on Main. For those who don't know
Yes.
or don't live in the Alabama area, West Blockton, Alabama, it's on Haunted on Main. It's a Main Street down there. You got some really cool places, but you were the hangout spot when everybody knew to come in October to Haunted on Main. What now? Tell us about what stood out more with that haunt versus the other ones. Not no with no disrespect, just because I feel like you had a really really good thing going versus the others.
Haunted on Main, honestly, to me, was one of our best produced haunted attractions that we ever done. We had a building that was ours. We did not have to take it down every year, and was able to add to it each and every year. The building was actually an old furniture store that made coffins back in the early 1900s. So kind of had a little eerie feel, for us that knew that history of the building. And, we was just able to put a lot more into it and work on it year round. The last, haunted attraction that we done this past year was my first ever haunted attraction that was outdoors. We had an indoor section and an outdoor section. And I'll be honest, it was a learning experience and a learning curve. We've just got to get more detail into the haunt now versus what we used to have when it was Haunted on Main. We had tremendous amount of detail work, and we just did not get that this past year. But luckily, we have been able to secure the property, and we have already started working on getting ready for October. We're just not. I don't think it's far enough along to do anything as far as Valentine's, but we're adding more detail now and trying to get back to what we used to be.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what our next question was going to be. Are you going to do any stuff for Valentine's, even Groundhog's Day? I've even seen other haunts do that. But that's cool that you're just going to do it for October. I seen this past October, me and James and the haunt crew was trying to get out there toward your location. And I noticed that you already had special guests lined up. So your first year over there, what was it? Bloody Bib, something like that. It was
Well,
really, really cool.
yeah, so we actually we done Bloody Bill year before last, and that is the name of the parent company that I own. You know, just for legal reasons to run the money through and stuff like that, and make charitable donations through. But the name for the trail was Fair Farm WB, which is Fair Farm West Blockton. Bloody Bill was in the old fire station, or the actual fire station up on County Road 13 in Bibb County, which was in Green Pond. And the fire department just did not, they didn't want us back in there because they had bought some more equipment and they needed the storage room.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. And for those listening out there too, Matt, folks, I mean, West Blockton, Alabama, a lot of folks may not have heard of it, but guys, if you will just Google the history of West Blockton, it's a coal boom town. It has a lot of history with the coke ovens down there. You know, West Blockton is full of all kind of myths, and I hate to say folklores, but all kind of myths and haunted things like around the coke ovens. So it's very interesting for those that want to go down to West Block and check it out. Go down to Matt's Haunt. There's a lot of history around West Blockton to explore, and so anyone that hasn't been down that area, it's definitely worth the trip out.
Yes,
Absolutely,
it
and the
definitely
Indian
is.
burial grounds as well.
It definitely, and you've got a Catholic cemetery there that dates back to the mid 1800s.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, go down there and check it out, man, and give Matt some support down there in his new venture. This is a different venture for him, but he's definitely not new to the haunt industry. He's brought some really good stuff, like Brian was saying. Haunted on Main. I remember that haunt. I brought my family down there to it. The very first year that you had it,
Yes,
I thought it was a very impressive haunt for what you guys had it set up, and I'll be honest with you, there was a couple areas in there that scared the hell out of me. You know, it was some startle scares like with the train horn and stuff. That was good stuff.
yes,
And
and we've incorporated pyrotechnics this past year with flamethrowers and cryo guns and through Haunted on Main, and then we also had the jail, which was a 3-story old jail in Centerville, Alabama, years ago, before the county, would not renew the lease because they said the building was, a danger. And we had it, and we implemented a lot of scares now that you go through Trans World and some of these conventions, and you see them. The best new scare today is sliding. They had a whole
right,
demonstration on sliding techniques at
that's right,
the Texas Haunted Convention, and we was doing that 15 years ago.
that's right,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. But it's like a good old pair of bell bottom jeans there, Matt. Eventually, it's going to come back in style, and people act like it's the first time they've seen it. But
That's right.
these are techniques that back in the day, I'm sure you was using in your haunts. Me and Brian seen in some of the older classic haunts that we went to, but now it seems like it's all coming back in, and everyone's seen it for the first time. So
It
I
is.
feel like that gives you a leg up on the competition.
Well, now I got to depend on other people to do the sliding and stuff. I've done got a little too big to be sliding across the floor.
Absolutely. I feel you on that for sure. So you were talking about how you just got back from Kentucky, the Fair Expo and all that stuff. You just mentioned Trans World. So have you been out to Midwest Haunted conventions? So do you go to all of them, or like
Uh,
just have
no,
certain ones?
no, we're probably going to go to the Midwest this year. I have never been to that one. We've been to the Texas Haunters Convention. We've been to the Owensboro, the Fair Expo, which it's brand new, and then we've been to Trans World. Oh shoot, for the last 10 years or more. And what we're doing with the trying to separate, have Bloody Bill as the parent company and the production company. We are, got a shop set up to do fabrications, and we've got molds made to do skulls and femur bones. We're expanding into prop production, and going to Trans World and going to some of these shows, you see so many, and I don't want to say they're taking advantage of the small haunts or the local, mom and pop haunts, through yard haunts, home haunts, whatever you want to call them. But I think we can put a comparable product in the market and lower the cost some for some of these smaller haunts, while also building props for our own haunt ourselves.
Absolutely. Yes. Me and James, we talked about that as well, about the pricing and stuff. And I think in this time and age, of course, things are going up and we understand that. But hey, if we could get them the cheapest as possible, let's rock and roll with it. Because that way more people, more people out there can come to your hunt for sure. So yes, absolutely for sure. So, James said that he has been to your haunts in the past, and he's been startled so many times. I can remember. I think you had like a cart that came out of nowhere. It came out of the wall and was like on some
Yeah.
tracks and just scared the crap out of me and hit some wood or something. I don't even know. All I know is I was too busy jumping up and down saying, "What in the world is that?" What kind of startle scares do you have? Something similar to that you had this past year, or what?
Yeah, we had a ceiling that just fell from the ceiling about 2 foot to right above your head. With chains on them. Of course, I love the train horns and the lights that come on from pitch blackness. I'll be honest, that is an old scare technique, but it's probably one of the best scare techniques that I've ever seen used in any haunt. It just catches them off guard totally, even if they know it's coming. We had they're being outside. We built a shooting house, and I'm not real big on using gun props. Just because you hear of horror stories, and I definitely didn't want a horror story out of my haunt. So
Absolutely, yes, I agree.
we utilized a shooting house that we built, and then had a propane cannon. Very safe. Pretty much, normally they would go in a field to scare away crows and birds from your crops. And I'm gonna tell you, it was awesome to have type of deal, and have somebody just really interacting with the guest of what are you doing in my field? Get out of my green field. Played up on what the terrain gave us there, what the land gave us, and the atmosphere it gave us. And I'm gonna tell you, it was really good.
That is some good ingenuity there, Brian and Matt. That's pretty good. I wish me and Brian could have got down, but we're definitely going to make the trip down and check you out this season. And for people that are going to be traveling, from Birmingham, from the Birmingham area, or from the Tuscaloosa area, can you give them some directions on kind of how to get to where you're going to be at there, Matt, if you don't mind?
Yeah, man. This haunt, it is really convenient. It's about 20 minutes from Tuscaloosa. Straight up 2059, go to Mercedes exit and get off right there off the Mercedes exit, go north on Highway 11, and then hang a right on Highway 5. And it's only 6 miles down Highway 5 on the left. Coming from Birmingham, it's pretty much the same. You're about 35 minutes from Birmingham, Hoover area, and you'll get off on exit 97 and head south on Highway 11 and then turn left on Highway 5, and it's just 6 miles down the road on the left. So, I mean, really, really convenient location. I know it's out in the woods per se. The town of West Blockton only has about 1,000 people that live in it. The population is roughly 1,000. So, I mean, we brought more people into the town of West Blockton with this haunted attraction last year than the whole town had in it in just a weekend. So, I mean, it's a tremendous asset for the town, and it's really convenient for patrons to come from, Birmingham, Hoover, McCalla, Tuscaloosa, Helena. We're roughly, no more than 30, 35 minutes from everywhere right there.
Right, right.
Right.
And West Blockton and Woodstock's growing for sure. They just a couple years back put a Little Caesars there. So if you see the Little Caesars, you know you're entering on Highway 5.
Yes, definitely. Um, if y'all don't mind, I'll tell you one of my fondest memories. Y'all brought up Haunted on Main. We had a older gentleman in the casket laying, and of course had an air hose ran up through the bottom of the casket where he could, jump up and give him a little goose with the air hose. And I had a 13 and a half foot Burmese python at the time. You might remember it because it was in the haunted house.
I remember that. I do.
And I mean, it was very docile, very, very nice snake, if you could say that. I don't know how you really describe a snake's demeanor, but it was in there, and we had it in a strobe light, and we had some Alabama football players come through, and this particular football player, he ended up playing for Seattle, and one of the best in the NFL. Then we had a little tunnel that you had to kind of duck your head through, and boy, they was making fun of the snake, and all that fake snake, and all the explicit words you want to use and all that. And,
that sounds good.
I said, I think show there, and I turned, they got in the tunnel. I turned that snake's head loose, and it run up in the tunnel a little bit, and it looked at him, and he looked at it. And I'm going to tell you, if he ran like that at Alabama, like he ran through the walls of that haunted house and put the casket on the floor with the walls on top of it, yeah, he would have been awesome.
That is awesome.
That's
awesome. And like I said, I distinctly remember all the details of the Haunted on Main, and I brought quite a few friends down and checked it out, and gave you guys some pretty good rave reviews on it. That was before Facebook was really up and huge. I think it was MySpace back then, but I had a MySpace page.
And AL Live. Yeah,
that's right.
Chat feature on AL Live.
I threw some stuff up on there. I may even still have it. If I could access some of my photos, I'll send them to you, Matt, of the hunt, just so maybe you can have them to hold on to or do something with them,
Man, I would love that. And if there's any way I can, help anybody with my experience of the don'ts or anything like that, because Lord knows I've had a lot of don't do that shit again,
Yeah.
And, I'd be glad to help anybody any way we can.
Absolutely. So I know that Kevin Dearman is a well-liked person up in West Blockton, Woodstock area, and I know you've had some. I think you did some stuff with him. Are you still doing stuff with him, or what?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have time anymore. He is if anyone is deer hunting and looking for a processor, I'm gonna tell you, he does a tremendous job processing deer. He is down in Coaling, Alabama, Vance, Coaling area, called Horns and Hooves. They say that the meat he processes is some of the best you'll ever have. So I know the season is coming to an end. So if anybody is around that area, people don't pick up their deer meat and stuff. Right up there, call up there to Horns and Hooves. He is a great guy, a tremendous friend. Just spoke to him probably about 2.5, 3 hours ago. He's saving me some deer horns for a scene, and just talked to him, and he told me he's got me about 40 or 50 sets of deer horns and caps that he has saved for me for a scene for this October. And tremendous guy, tremendous friend. If anybody's looking for deer meat, give him a holler.
Absolutely. So I know I tagged your Facebook. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it is in the description here on this YouTube video, of course, I can always go back and change it and tweak with it. But for those who don't know your Facebook or how to contact you, Matt, do you know it off the top of your head so they can get in touch with you, keep up with what you're doing in this year and the upcoming years?
Yeah, you can go to Bloody Bib on Facebook or Fair Farm WB on Facebook. I don't know the actual link to it off the top of my head, but either one of those will update you on the haunted house and any products that we come out to. We're hoping to actually vend at Trans World and try to sell some of our props and displays and stuff. We have an artist on board that is going to do a lot of the 3D rooms and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely look us up on Facebook on Bloody Bill or Fair Farm West Blockton, website bloodybib.com also.
All right. Well, we'll put all that and update it in the description for those who's listening and whatnot. Real fast, is admission changing the price? And how much did you charge last year? Is it going to be the same this year? Or do you have any VIP fast pass or any of that stuff?
Oh, we got a really late start last year. I didn't acquire the land until August, so I didn't really do any VIP passes or anything. We have done them in the past, and they really worked well. So we will offer VIP passes. I'm not for sure if we do the T-shirts and stuff again. They'll probably be around $30 a person. Otherwise, the regular passes are $15, and we do not anticipate raising the prices this year.
Okay. And do you sell like any canned drinks, hot dogs, all that stuff, or do you just they come and they get the crap scared out of them and then they go home?
No, man. We had flow artists there this year. We had fire twirlers. We had really not what sure you call it, but she was hell with that glow in the dark whip, spinning it around and dancing to it. I know it's a flow artist, but I'm not for sure what the actual technical term of that is. But we had live music there. We've got concession stands with food and drinks. So I mean, we really want you to come and stay a minute and enjoy. We're in the process of adding axe throwing. We're going to try to get an escape room for this coming year. So really, hopefully we'll have zombie tag also. Thinking about doing it with the jelly balls just because I've talked to some actors and stuff in the past that had zombie haunts. And, they had problem keeping people to help them because those paintballs hurt at night in the cold air. So, yeah, I think we're going to try it with the jelly ball system. I've talked to them a couple of times. So this coming, end of September, 1st of October, we should have axe throwing going. We will have the zombie tag going, have the haunted house going, live music, some entertainment and concessions. So yeah, a lot of big things in anticipation and looking forward to making this thing grow and be something that maybe y'all's organization will come out and do a live from the spot, live podcast from the spot.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, we definitely need to get out there, James. And I tell you, he's telling me more and more and more. I want to get out there right now tonight. I don't want to wait till October.
And one thing, one thing I can tell you,
we got Christmas lights up right now that I hadn't taken down because we was going to do a little Christmas light show for Christmas and have some vendors out there. And of course, it rained every darn weekend in December, so that kind of didn't help at all, and it was a bust. But made me realize I need to stay out of that. And we will have a Krampus Christmas that we've already started buying props for and stuff next year.
Well, you can put it on your calendar, Matt. We'll try and get down there. Maybe we can coordinate something and be down there with you on opening night, help get the word out.
Yes.
We'll talk more about it when the time gets here, but we would definitely like to do a live podcast and have a live meet and greet with you as well. And, see what we can do to help you out, see what we can do to bring some folks down to that area.
Definitely,
absolutely. Man. And if you haven't checked out West Blockton, you need to go out there. This gives you a absolutely number one reason to go out there this October to go see Matt Kornegay and the guys. They do a fantastic job. And yeah, man, we just appreciate what you do. And and look, this is you're just not somebody you're just wanting to throw something up. You go to Trans World, you go to Midwest Haunted Conventions. You're speaking it, man, and you know what you're talking about. So keep doing what you need to do, brother, and we really do appreciate it.
No, man. Haunts and the entrepreneurs and production people that put on these haunted attractions. And I say production people because, man, all these haunted attractions and even the small ones, these things can be scripted for movies. It's a lot of imagination. It's a lot of time and effort. And, if most of them don't, they should respect what y'all are doing and helping get the word out on the haunts, help promoting the haunts. Man, y'all don't know what y'all mean to the industry by getting this out and giving people a platform to advertise, speak on, and just share the joy that Halloween time brings to really this whole country.
Right,
Absolutely.
and it's a
Absolutely.
247 deal. You could throw up a haunt, let's say, in a couple of weeks there and there, but if you really want to scare the bejesus out of somebody, it's an ongoing 24/7 deal.
It is. I've got a notebook. You'll be sitting here watching TV or just searching, Google. I think I found the end of the internet a couple of times looking for different ideas and stuff. And you just jot stuff down, and you might not use it for a year or two, and then you might come back and say, "Oh man, we ought to put this right here."
Absolutely. Right. Well, I can tell you one thing. The Tuscaloosa area has been overlooked for many a year without a haunt. Of course, this year they had Horror Tuscaloosa. That was their debut year. So it seems like things are on the up and up for Tuscaloosa County and Bibb County again, and that really makes me excited because it's been dry for a while in that area, and Birmingham's been saturated with haunts. So kudos to you guys, man. I mean, something's really needed in that neck of the woods to give something, back to the people to come out and be able to get their scare on with their family.
And if you're looking for a home hunt or a local good hunt, quality good hunt, want to build yourself with good people, good reputations and stuff like that, hey, Matt and the guys, I'm sure they would love to have you as well.
100%, definitely.
Well, we appreciate what you're doing, Matt. James, you got anything final for Matt, or Matt, you have anything else you want to say? We know you're a very busy person, so we know that you have to get to work go on to the next project, but we appreciate you coming in for sure.
No, definitely. I truly appreciate it, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Well, you have the support of the hunt crew behind you, Matt. Anything we can do to help you along, you're a hunt family to us, and we got your back, man. Whatever you need, just give us a call, man. We'll be there. I promise you that.
Definitely, man. We appreciate you, and like I said, if there's anybody out there with smaller haunts or haunts that's just going up, or feel free to pass along my information, and I'm an open book. We had a little small haunt popped up after we started doing what we was doing and building it. There was some people down the road that thought they wanted to do a haunted hayride, and I've always tried to stay away from that just because of safety reasons and stuff. But I let them borrow some strobe lights. I let them borrow a black light when they only had 3, but one of them went out and they was panicking, and I let them borrow a black light. It's really not about a competition like that. It's about helping the entire family succeed, because if they're successful, I am. If I'm successful, they are. So the more we can help share with each other, the better off we are as an industry.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And one more thing, I'm going to leave you with this, Matt. And this is a pretty cool tidbit, but my daughter, she's a part of the crew as well. She loves the haunted industry. She's been to a lot of haunts with us, but this is pretty cool just sitting here thinking back on it, and kudos to you. But your haunt, the Haunted on Main, was my daughter's very first haunted attraction.
Yeah, that is awesome, man.
So, and she's 19 years old now, almost 20, and she's a part of the crew, very knowledgeable on different haunts. She's been to a lot of different haunts, and so I just thought that was pretty cool. I'd throw that in there to you. You always want to know that you make a lasting impression on someone. Well, it definitely happened for my kid, and due to that haunt, she's chased that fear ever since. It's it started her into the industry, so to speak.
Man, that is that's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Well, we appreciate you, Matt, and we cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait for this October and what you have planned for the upcoming years and months ahead. And again, you have a good night, sir. And as always, keep it creepy.
Man, y'all have a good one.
All right, you too. Good stuff there, James from Matt Kornegay. Such a great guy, man. I'm glad he could have been on the show. James, last impressions. What did you think? I thought it went great, man.
Well, we've known Matt for quite a few years now, Brian, and like you said, he definitely brings experience to the hunt industry. So it's definitely not going to be thrown up yesterday, give me your $20 today type hunt. He knows how to build props. He knows how to scare people, and man, I'm just excited for him, and I think it's a good attraction for West Blockton to have.
Absolutely. And I just put on the screen, you can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/thehuntcrew13. Give us a like. Make sure if you haven't subbed, make sure you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and hit the bell for notifications. Yeah, James, I'm really stoked and excited for what Matt and the guys can bring this October, especially to West Blockton, Alabama, because, West Blockton, I mean, it's a lot of woods, a lot of stuff ain't going on there. And for him to bring a haunt, a big time established haunt, and for someone to go to these trade shows really excites me because I feel like he's got a lot of big stuff ahead.
Absolutely, Brian. I agree with you. You and I both seen him grow from his very first hunt to what he has now. And, he's built a lot of experience and he's bringing a lot of good things to the table. So, I got a feeling that, that Matt's hunt is just going to continue to grow and continue to draw in a crowd, and hopefully he has a very good established following on him. And, he's definitely got my support.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you being on, James, as always. Thank you very much, and let's do it again. We got another special guest next Sunday. We got Kim Johnson. She's going to be talking the paranormal world. She's an author, book writer of Scare Alabama. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to get our feet kind of wet talking this time the paranormal. So I don't know what you think about the paranormal field, but I know there is some eerie stuff out there for sure.
Well, I threw it out on the Facebook Live a little earlier, Brian, and introduced that to our shows. And like I said, I know commercially you have paranormal things attached to the haunt industry, but the cool thing about the paranormal is it's legitimately 100% proven real, and that just adds to the scare factor. I'm super excited, Brian.
Absolutely. All right, James. Well, we appreciate it. As always, keep it creepy and happy hauntings.
All right. You too, brother.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. And y'all have a good one. Y'all be good. And we'll see you next Sunday. Until next time, keep it creepy and happy hauntings.